Alright, so I got some sand fleas and some bottom sweepers. It's the middle of the day, so I'm not really sure how this is going to go. Middle of the tide, so it is going to be ripping. I'm going to throw one on just like that. Just trim, tad off, drop it on some pilings and see what happens, so stay tuned. Oh, picked it up and dropped it. That felt like a striper though, which would be amazing for this time of day. Oh yeah, that had been a striper. Especially no bite marks in it. There was like insides missing, easily say sheep or tog, but nothing missing. Tells me striper. There we go. Yep. Ah, that might be a tog. No way. Nope, I don't think so. Nah, not a tog. Striper though. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed. Middle of the day in the dead heat, it's been in the 90s. Granted, we had an upwelling which brought in some cold water, and what made me come back here, okay, he didn't want to get in that. The last week we've had cold water from all that west wind, southwest wind, made me think come back here because that upwelling brought in some big tog off the wrecks, the nearshore wrecks. And the only reason I say that is because I've been fishing a lot of these bridges pretty much every other day, and it's been nothing but little tog. Man, I'll tell you what, these stripers sure give you your money's worth on a fight. That's actually not a bad bass, especially for the middle of the day. Try and get organized here. Man, look at that. They sure love sand fleas, man. It's crazy how much they love sand fleas. There he goes. Oh, there we go. There it is. Nope. Gotta get him out of here. Gotta play it cool with boats coming by. Look at that bass. Ooh, there we go. Let's get you in the boat. Alright. This upwelling has really been a blessing in disguise. I know the people at the beach don't see it that way, but for me, man, this is like an extra striper season that we usually don't get. Now, I'll be honest, I don't try and hide fish, but I try not to put myself in a position where I have to play 21 questions with a boat that's blowing through the bridge. You know, I got only a short amount of time to fish when I'm out here, and I just try and maximize that time. Oh, there we go. Had him and dropped him. There he is. Come on, come this way. Another striper. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw some sheep. Cookie cutter. Let's get him back in the water. Alright, I'm going to shift over to a 1/4 ounce jig because I do think we have enough of a break in the current right here that I could get away with it. See if that holds true or if it just gets washed back. It's holding right now. There it is. There it is. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Man. The neat thing, man, I think sometimes these fish don't even know they're hooked right away. Gotta get him out of that bridge. And what's crazy, by no means are these any monster fish, but they really do give you your money's worth in a fight. A little sleigh ride on the kayak. Every time I gain like a few feet on him, he takes another run. That's actually pretty healthy looking bass. They're all about the same size. Just kind of crazy how some of them just give you a better fight than others. All right, keep going back to the well till the well dries. See, and what's crazy is every once in a while it gets swept back and it just makes it a little bit tougher to sense the bite when it's like that. So I try to keep it as tight as I can to the structure. Up and down is so much easier to feel. Not saying you can't get them like dragging behind. Oh, there it is. There it was. There he goes. Oh. I don't know if this guy, small guy. Yeah, little guy. I was waiting for him to take another run and he didn't, so I knew it couldn't have been very big. That's like the fun size striper. At least it's only hooked in the top of the mouth, so that won't do any damage to him. So what I'm trying to do, I try and keep a decent distance that I can back off this bridge piling as soon as I hook into it, because if they run to the left, that's pretty much game over for me, because I can't fit through that little crack. And the pound test line I'm using so light that they would easily just break it off in the structure. I have break-offs, not as many as you would think, but it happens. That's why like the first 5 seconds of each hook set is so important. If you notice, I'm starting to like position the kayak back, trying to push off and try and guide the fish away from all that stuff. That's why I don't really care if they peel drag after I get them off the pilings. That's fine by me. It just when they're near the structure, I don't want them going hard. Oh, there it is. See that? Picked it up and dropped it. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit more. They'll chase after it maybe. There it is. There it is. It's a natural response, I think, for these striper when they're schooled up. When they see a bait moving that quick, to go after it before another fish kind of steals that bait. Try and keep them away from my pedal drive. He did not want to see that kayak. Missed him. I'm gonna get him this time though. There he goes. Swam right into it. Man, I'll tell you what, that's definitely a keeper size bass, but I'm not keeping any bass today. That'd have been a perfect keeper right there. There he goes. I'll be honest, man, this beats any type of fishing I could be doing right now. I know I could be flounder, sheep's head fishing, shark fishing off the beach, but I'm not gonna get quite the action. Quality of action is, I guess, what I would say, quality over quantity. You never know, could pick up a sheep's head. Oh wow, yikes, that was fast. He doesn't even know yet. Now he does. I do think sometimes when they're eating these crabs, they probably think that pinching sensation of the hook is like a crab's pincher or a sharp part of it. And that's why I think they don't initially go crazy when you hook them, because they eat blue claws and other types of crabs that are sharp. And I think once they feel that pulling sensation, then they kind of realize that's not a crab. Just a theory. I've been very fortunate too. For the middle of the day, boat traffic has been, knock on wood, it's not been too bad so far. A few boats, but they've been respectful, which you can't always say about the summer people. This is my official last drop. I could sit here for the next hour and catch these fish, but I want to try some different things while I'm out here. I only get so many hours on the water, and that's really how I learn a lot of stuff. If I keep doing the same things over and over again, you don't really grow, you don't really learn stuff. And I could sit here doing this. This is fun, don't get me wrong. But I would like to kind of diversify what I'm doing. It is hard though to give up catching fish like this. This is like the type of day I dream about when it's 20 degrees out and all these summer species are gone, or stripers are closed because it's the middle of the winter. Not a bad bass to end the day. Getting back in. Oh, whoa, what the heck? You see that? Look at this. It's like an isopod on him, like a little parasite. That's interesting. Well, they definitely picked those up off of all this structure. This is one lively bass. Ooh. I'm trying not to take a fin to the foot. That is one of the worst feelings. Took a sheep's head fin to the foot last week. Left a nice little mark.